Hey, everybody. It's your lovely Lotus Blossom Blizzy. Y'all, you guys crack me up. I was reading the chat. I was trying to bring things up because I noticed that my stream was bad a few minutes ago. So when that happens, I have to turn the computer off and reboot everything so we can make sure we have a nice clean stream. So of course when I came back on, I was kind of reading the chat a little bit, and I like the one about the shark fin Kool-Aid because I don't have any. That was actually some good Kool-Aid though. So I hope everybody's doing well and you can hear me. Y'all had to check. I almost scared myself. I was like, oh no, did I read my note? My note to self. I almost forgot to read my note to self, Lord. And I was just talking away. Okay, so technical difficulties are fixed. And so if you love junk journal videos and stuff like that, then you're in the right place. You are in the right place to get your junk journal groove on. So you can go ahead and hit that subscription button and hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when more videos like this one come out. Also, we have a Facebook group, and the Facebook group is Junk Journal Buddies. So the link is below, I think it's below in the description, and I hope everybody can hear me okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So I got some papers out. So, of course, I've been on Junk Journal Buddies all day long, in and out, because, you know, I'm just addicted to the group now. And let me just say hello to everybody that's already in and chiming in on the chat. This chat is pretty long already. Hey, Livies and Tammy. We got Scrapcraftastic with Rachel and Penny. And also, I think I said hello, Tammy. And also Lynn and Judy. We got the whole crew on right now. Boo Boo Kitty is here. Thanks everybody for coming on. Okay, so today I have been working on some mini journals that I was trying to finish before the end of the month. And I'm not going to say that I'm not going to get it done. I'm trying to get them done and get them out and posted. So that's my goal. It's a lofty goal, but it's my goal. So let me fix the focus on here as well. Make sure it doesn't go in and out. And so as I was looking at the, hey Leon, as I was looking at the Facebook group, I saw someone talking about putting a book together. Well, we're not putting a book together today, but I just happened to be working on signatures. So I said, why not? Let me come on and do a little bit of explaining. Now, I understand that you kind of start wherever you start when you jump into the junk journal thing, and sometimes you're not in it to how you say sell junk journals. You just want to make them for yourself. So when I did the project 20, it's kind of was the intention, if you sell them, then you want to make like lots of junk journal ephemera to go inside the books. So I thought I would, this is kind of, well, even though I'm making these for the books, you can kind of adapt this for yourself too. So even though I do the project 20, you don't have to do 20 pieces of ephemera. You can do like 4 pieces or 3 pieces a day, whatever you need for your junk journal. So if you're just making them for yourself, of course, you don't need as many as we have here. And also you can purchase like I would say like bundles of things, so you don't have to try to make everything yourself. But I don't know. I know I'm kind of rambling here a little bit, but so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of show you some of the things that I picked for some of the journals that I have, and maybe that will spark some ideas for you. Let's just take it from there. Let's take it from there. Oh, thank you, Boo Boo Kitty. I need all the help I can get. It might be, no, it's not going to be a 2-hour video tonight because I'm not making any journals tonight, but I wanted to just give you all a few ideas. Now, I actually have kind of a crate next to me, and it has a whole lot of different pages that I've already used, and some of those pages are from dismantled books, and so I just kind of keep them all together and then I can just pull from them. So let me just show you some pages that I already pulled out for some of these mini journals so you can kind of get a hint to the size that I'm using. So these pages right here actually came from a vintage recipe book, and I love the colors in the recipe books, and they look vintagey too. And sometimes they just have writing on the other side or some lines or something like that, but I still love using these. They're always like a good weight paper, so that's something to look for when you are actually putting your pages together, is like the weight of the paper and what your intention for the junk journal is going to be. Are you just pasting things in? Are you going to use it in an art journal manner? Then you want a heavier weight paper. Are you just going to be doing some writing? Then lightweight paper is okay. Or do you want to do like a little bit of a mix of things? And then also, you can kind of think out of the box and use different sizes of papers in there. I think the different sizes of paper always add interest. So these were kind of some offcuts from a botanical book that I had. And of course, I've already talked about it, a great place for you to get your books if you are in the junk journal business is to go to thrift stores and library sales and things like that to get your pages. But if you're not in the junk journal business and you don't want to amass a hoard of books, a good thing to do is to buy like bundles of pages. So you don't have to buy them for me, but I do have some bundles of pages, and I'll be putting more up in the shop as well. And if you haven't joined the Facebook group, that's a great place to be, get first dibs on things when I start putting things up. So you'll want to be part of the group. The link is in the description, Junk Journal Buddies. Okay, so these came from a botanical book. I have it's like a really large book, so I can get a lot out of the pages. So, and this is just an offcut from, as you can see, just some notebook pages. So I'm going to use some of that. So Karen says she's new to Junk Journal. So you're in the right place, because you definitely want to join the group, because it's some learning going over there, not just junk journaling, but some learning on how to make the books, what the terminology is, and things like that. And then we have, these are also some offcuts, so you don't have to throw things away. You can keep them as well for your books. And these were from some vintage music pages. And let's see, this actually came from a folk art book. It was a kind of a painting techniques book, and I like the pages in there, so you'll see some more of that. We got some dictionary pages. This was a vintage dictionary. So I'm just trying to give you all some ideas. This was some lightweight cardstock that makes some perfect pages to write on. And then we have some graph paper. We have some more. This came out of a composition book, so if you have any old composition books hanging around, then you'll have that. This is some aged coffee dyed paper that I make and I sell in the shop, so I always use tons of this within this, and I always have lots because I use a lot, and lots of people pick them up over at the shop as well. And then this came from a botanical book. So look at these colors. To anybody else it doesn't mean anything, but the colors make a fantastic background. So when you're picking like your pages, sometimes things, they don't look that great until you cut it down, or until you actually start using it in your junk journal to put things down as a background. So Boo Boo Kitty says that she wants to make junk journals, but she doesn't want to hoard books. And she says she's got a library card and a fake name at a library in another town. Lots of free vintage books. Yeah, you could amass books very, very quickly, so you have to be careful about that. So the best thing to do, like I said, is you can buy page bundles. And so like I said, I sell them in my shop as well, but you can buy them from other people. for the bundles. And also in the group, if you guys all let me know that's something that you're interested in, more bundles. I have, like, of course I have tons of pages as well. So here's some more of the music paper, age paper. These are offcuts from that Painting Techniques book, and you can see it has like some beautiful beautiful illustrations on it. So I have a few of those because I have like 20 books that I'm making right now. That's right, she's torturing herself with 20 books, you all. So here's some more music pages. We got lightweight cardstock. We have some ledger paper. Ledger paper is great to put in as well. And then we have more age paper. Do the one-step method. What's the one-step method? And then we have, this came from a Filofax book. It has Filofax on there. And it was a planner that I wasn't using, so I decided to use the pages. And here's some of the contact pages out of the Filofax. So you can use any like kind of pages that you have. These all came from the Filofax book. And here's a bunch of dictionary pages. And I have some envelopes that I'm going to be using as well. And stay out of the Romance Owl. Ooh, I bet you can get some good stuff in the Romance Owl. So these are actually from a digital kit that I have. It's called Pocket Pieces. And I originally made these so that you can use them as a sheet within the book itself. And also you can cut these pieces out. So it's lots of pieces in there. So this is also up in the shop also. But I'm going to use some of these for pages. You can use some of the kids' writing pages. All writing pages are good. And this is like some scraps from a composition book also. All right, so let's look at some of the other things that I pulled out. Let me just set these over to the side. And I found this this almost like a haul, but it's not. It's almost like a haul. This was for a coin collector's book. Let me see, what does it say? It's some pages that's supposed to fit like into a postage stamp album. And I thought these pages were perfect, and I've been using them like crazy, so I'll probably run out after I get done with this project, all these things. And then you all saw this in the haul of some onion skin paper, and I decided to use that in this project as well. I don't save anything. I'm not hoarding anything. If I have it, I'm going to use it. So here's some other things that maybe you might not have thought about. So this was a book that I was using to track some stuff, and it's just ledger, just regular ledger. You could coffee stain it if you wanted to, but I'm just going to use the pages out of there. And we talked about this ledger paper. You can get this at any office supply store. I don't know how expensive it is, because usually I find them at the thrift stores. Sometimes if I see them, I pick them up. This book right here is a math book that Slim had from school, and I guess at the end of the year they give them books, and some of the pages have writing on them and some of them don't. And so I like using these pages in the books as well, because I don't know, the kids books, I love using kids book pages because they have that, they add that element of whimsy in the book. And then this was a young students learning library, but the reason why I picked it up because it had lots of map-esque pages in it. So I think I've used a few pages out of here, not a lot. So I wanted to use some of these also. So I'm gonna have to dismantle that book completely. And I think that's all I took out for now, because like I said, I have tons of stuff next to me. So it says stay out of the Romance Owl, one book of each kind, one ledger, one graph paper, one notebook, one music book, just one of each variety, yes. Or even just a few pages, because sometimes you just want to make a book for yourself and just, you know, use that and be done with it until the next book. So then you'll just have books hanging around otherwise. One recipe card, one of each kind. The onion skin paper, I got this at I'm pretty sure it was a thrift store. I think this was in the last haul. that I had where I got the onion skin paper, and I didn't really realize how people really like the onion skin paper. I actually have some more of this, and I didn't know what it was when I got it. And I have like some legal size onion skin paper also. I don't know where it's at, but I got it. Oh, your husband uses it for typing, Judy? Okay, so let's get this show on the road. So I know that was a lot of splaining, wasn't it? There's a lot of splaining going on since I had some technical difficulties here. So now let me also, I'm just going to say this real quick. If you are new to junk journaling and you don't know if this is going to be like the craft for you or the art for you, because I think it's an art form personally, I would say get you some pieces of paper, some copier paper, get you like 7. I don't know what the number 7 is to me, but I always do like 7. Get you 7 pieces of paper, fold those bad boys in half, staple them in the middle, put some pretty cardstock on the outside, and there you have it. You have a junk journal in the making. So you don't need all these other pages at all to kind of get starting with your junk journaling. And then just start collecting things. You can collect like tags. You can collect like Slim took a Kool-Aid packet and he put that in his book. So, and he could talk about shark fin Kool-Aid. He had shark fin Kool-Aid at Grandma Lizzie's house. Okay, so let me put this to the side. Because y'all know I always have a ton of stuff next to me. And I'm gonna fold and cut some more stuff here for my pages. Let me show you one that I have. It's not quite together, but I'll give you guys a preview of the journals, the mini journal. So this is one of them, and the cover is not complete. It's a wraparound journal. So I have quite a few of these in different textiles and coming up. And so this is, let me move this out the way. This is the signature. It's going to be a one signature, a mini journal. And so this is the signature that I put together, so you can kind of get an idea. Once you start putting the pages together, things just look really, really beautiful. And of course, y'all know I did some stitching. I made a pocket here, and I just wanted to use like a variety of pages for this. So actually these journals would be fantastic for the new journalers. It's small, so you want to do a small journal so it won't be overwhelming to you when it comes to putting things on your pages as well. So then I have some spots for tags here, and you all will see these when they get finished. But let's see, it's just folded up pieces of paper, folded together, and then of course I put some thought into the pages that I put in here, but I need to make a whole lot more of these. Hey Tamika. So let me put this back over to the side so you all got a little bit of a peek of these. And this is going to go in here like this, and then it's going to fold over, but I'm still working on the covers. And then this wraps around, and then it's going to be some mini journals. So the pages in here are going to be kind of small. So I'm just taking out quite a few pages, and I'll try to put together, while we're on, I'll try to put together a few signatures, full complete signatures. But you know, this batch of journals is probably going to deplete some of my stash, which is fantastic. Which is fantastic because I like using things up. So Supertext said that she made 3 baby journals, and she's ready to make one with a spine. Right on. I like the ones with the spine too. I like them all. I'm not gonna lie. I like them all with the spine. Oh, I asked this question in Junk Journal Buddies group, and that is, do you like, what's your preference? Do you like soft covers, soft fabric covers, journals, or even if you don't have a journal yet, what would you prefer? Or do you like a hard cover, like a hardback cover? Let's hear. Let's put in 1 for a fabric cover and 2 for a hard cover. That makes it easy for y'all. 1 for fabric cover, 2 for hard cover. So I'm just going to fold these over and go ahead and cut them down to size. And I'm going to cut all of these. I'll wait until I have more papers here before I actually... See, even pages that have like stains on them, they're great for junk journals, because most of the time they're going to get covered up. And that just adds to the beauty of the pages as well. So Tammy says 1 and 2. She's down with the fabric and the hard covers. I think I like both too. Sometimes I have more than one journal going on. I know I'm going to use all of these, so these printed out very, very beautifully. So Tamika says 1 and 2. Boo Kitty says we follow directions well. Depends on what it is. Yeah. So how was you all's weekend? Is today Monday? I don't know. It seems like I've been working kind of hard all day long, so excuse me. I almost thought it was Tuesday. Almost thought it was Tuesday. All right. You know, sometimes like when I'm doing the junk journal stuff, sometimes I forget that everybody then kind of start in the middle of the whole junk journal process. I have I had a dear friend who has passed away, but I remember very vividly one time we were like out at one of the decorating stores, because you know I love going to old time pottery. We used to just go there and just walk around and just chill out and just window shop and whatnot. And I remember her telling me, she says, "You're such a great decorator." She says, "I never know what to buy for my house." She said, "I just buy what, you know, everything, but I don't really match things up or anything like that." And I had never thought of myself as being a very good decorator. It just kind of came naturally to me. And so I thought about that as I was reading the comments in the Junk Journal Buddies Facebook group, because everybody, some people just don't have an eye for what goes into the junk journals. And sometimes we, as the junk journal makers that have been doing it for a while, we don't really think about that. So that's why I tried to make the group a little bit more informative when people ask questions, because it's like you don't know what you don't know. And I want to say there's a lot that goes into junk journaling, but the whole point of it is it should be a relaxing activity, and you can just jump into it and not really, you know, give it too much thought. Because I think sometimes we give things way too much thought. So Judy says, let's see, Tammy says, yes, so 2 hours to make up for, 2 hours to make up for, no, Tammy. And Judy says, just finished a week of face painting at the county fair. Oh, it was productive. Face painting. See, I'm not that kind of artist, but I wish I was. So Karina says, number 2, she's a hardback kind of girl. And so, hey, Seek, but you can't hide. Oh, y'all, I'm just looking at the chat, but I need to keep on working. Let me keep on working because y'all know I'm slow. All right. So those need to be cut. And I thought I had something else that needed to be cut too, but I guess not. All right, so let me cut these. Let me get Big Bertha out here. And I already know the measurements that I'm working on because I've been working on them all afternoon. And the measurements for my little book are 4 1/4 by 7 inches. So I'm gonna cut some of this paper to that size. So since these pages already have the fold in them, I only just need to cut this down to 4.25 to keep the orientation of the pages. Let me put my old lady glasses on. Oh, my glasses are so dirty. Let me get my old lady glasses. All right. So these are going to be 4 1/4. And I'm keeping these because I can use these as well. So, and I'm just going to go ahead and fold them over. I don't know if I'm going to use them or not. Well, I have a lot of journals, so I think I will be using them. And I'll leave that at the top. And then this is going to be 7 inches. And I could even use these little pieces as well. So let's just stick them in a pile. These might be a little long, so let's cut these down some. And of course, with junk journaling, you know, this is not a perfection type of a craft, so no perfections needed here. See if I can do 4 pages at a time. Alright, so this is going to be 4 1/4 or somewhere around there. And I'll keep these pages also. And this is going to be 7 inches. And of course, y'all know I always say this is not a tutorial, but you know, you get from it what you can. I just needed to get this done and I thought it would be helpful. I don't know if I just confused the mess out of you all or I was helpful with the whole explanation of the papers. So I hope I was more helpful than useless. We're gonna go with that. These you could even make into like some mini notebooks too. I already got like a bunch of the papers together. All right, and so it's gonna be 7 inches. And I'll keep those two. All right, now we're to these pages here. So like I said, the pages don't look like much until you start folding them and putting them together and all that good stuff. So that's what we're going for here. I think I cut these a little bit unevenly, but that's okay. It's a junk journal. Nobody's gonna know but us simple journaling folks. I'm trying to cut more than one at a time, so it's not really working out for me because the pages are sliding too much. I was trying to be quicker than normal. You love these, Judy? These are part of a digital kit. These are a digital kit that is called Pocket Pieces over at pleasantcreations.com. So these could be yours forever, to download forever if you wanted them to. And like I said, I made these pages so that you could actually like kind of chop them up too and use them as ephemera. So that's nice. Or you can use them as a full page. So I'll definitely probably be keeping these scraps for collages, which I don't do a lot of collages, but I would like to. I just haven't made time to do it. I'm doing everything under the sun. I'm like one of those one-man bands that have all the instruments like on your back, and you got the accordion on your stomach, and I'm that kind of person. you're interested in selling, Roberta. It's a great way for you to like be able to do this craft and not have hoarding books all over the place, because you'll actually be, I won't say getting rid of the books, but you know, they're going to another home, so that's nice. I also have on Patreon, which I don't really talk about the stuff on Patreon. I'll just cut this. I'm just cutting this all kind of wacky. But I have a mentorship program to teach you how to sell your wares on Etsy. So if anybody's interested, you can head over there. And I'm only taking a certain amount of people, so you can check that out as far as the mentorship goes, if that's something that you're interested in. And let's cut this off. And I just have a few more items, and then I'm going to start putting some signatures together. And for those of you that are new and you do not know what a signature is, basically a signature is a grouping of pages. That's all a signature is. So when you look inside of a book, sometimes you might see one grouping of pages, and that's one signature, or it may have like 4 groupings of pages, and that would be 4 signatures. And some books have like 20 signatures. They're just very small. Let's see if I can find a book that's next to me. I don't have any books that's next to me that has signatures in it, besides my journal. My journal that I haven't been working in, that I've been dying to get to, but I just haven't had the time. No, I'm not gonna say I haven't had the time, because you always can make time for the things that you want to make time for. So let's just put that out there, because I can say I didn't have time to do stuff all day long, but if it's something I really want to do, I'm gonna make some time for it, because I'm the great procrastinator. So the time I make for things are the things that I have fun with. All right, hold on. What did I do? I had a bag here. Oh, here we go. So these are some of the scraps that came from my cutting. So I'm just keeping all of those together until I can like really go through things and pick things out. So I had those next to me. All right, so let me move this out the way, because I think there was something else up here I wanted to cut. I can't remember what it is. All right, anywho. Okay, so now let's put some of the signatures together. I'll preliminarily put them together, a few. All right. Now I'm trying to read. I'm trying to read at the same time. All right, so I decided, okay, another question that I get a lot is, how do you know how many signatures to put into, how many pages to put into a signature? And that question is a very elusive question, because I can't really answer that question. It depends on the purpose of your book. I think this is not cut down. I didn't cut that one short enough. So it depends on what you're going to use your book for. So these books, I'm not going to heavily decorate these, so I decided I could put a few more pages in, but as you put things together, you kind of get a feel for how much is going to be too many pages. Because just think about it. Remember that less is more. Try to hold yourself back from putting too many pages in the book, because once you start stuffing things in, that book is going to take on a life of its own. You should sneak a junk journal or 5 in there. Alright, I'm going to use this. And so it's nice that I have a variety of pages here to pick from. And for me, it's not, I put them in kind of no rhyme, no reason. I know some people, see, that's going to have to be cut down, but that's okay. I know some people kind of have stacks of different things, and then, but I just put them out there and I just pick from them. I know I'm going to have to get some more stuff out. And I try not to use like blank copier paper because I want the books to be special. So the paper that I use is usually going to be the coffee dyed paper, and I put a fair amount in because it just adds a lot of darn interest in it, and it just feels like that nice old parchment paper, and it has like that crinkly texture, and it's just wonderful. So I decided that I wanted to put at least 6 pages of those in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So about 2 more of those pages. Maybe we'll use a short page here. And that page there. And then, so let me see how many I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, wait a minute. I went too far. It's like 12. And let's see. Let's pick one of these. And I'm going to... I have these sitting over to the side because I'm actually going to do something with these pages, which you will see. And then I'm going to add in one of these beautiful envelopes. But the envelopes are a little long, but that's okay because I'm going to turn this into a pocket anyway. So, for the moment, let's just set this aside. Let me see where I'm at on time because I actually want to try to put some together. So time is a running. Let me do one more and then I'll put the rest of this stuff over to the side. All right, I want one of these, and let's have one of these. And of course you can change the pages around anytime, any kind of way that you want at any time that you want. So I'm just kind of sticking them together right now, but I may move some of the pages around as I get this going. I thought I had some bigger pages of the... I need to do some more larger music pages because I like the music pages a lot. They make me happy. Oh, here's some. I was going to say, I know I had some more larger music pages in here. Maybe if I had the stacks not all smushed out all over the place, I would have seen that, right? And you can see I have different size papers in here. And let's see, now we need some of these, which I definitely have to make more of. All right. Let's see. You start a small journal with 10 to 15 pages. That's good. Because I had a journal that I did with like 7 pages, and that thing turned out to be a monster. If y'all go back, I did a video last year of how to make a junk journal, and that junk journal had 7 pages in it, and man, it turned out like ginormous after I got done working in it. And it didn't even have that many pages. Alright, do I have any more? I need some more, here's one. I need some more coffee dyed paper. I like how I'm just tossing paper around. Like, this is the joint. It's like I'm in paper heaven here. Alright, let me see. How many pages do I have in here? What else can I put in here? Hold up. Let's move some of this stuff out the way. Got to keep my note Gotta keep my notes. It's very important. All right. Let's see here. Let's use this one. And let's use this one. All right. And I think for now, that's all I'm gonna use. I'm trying to just use different pages to just add some interest. All right. Let's move these out the way. And also I wanted to put like pages that you would be able to actually journal on. So that's kind of an important piece too. Because although some people use their books more like a glue book style, I like to make sure that there's lots of writing in there too, because after all, it's a journal, right? So I like for it to have journaling opportunities. All right. Okay. Now the next thing that I wanted these to have. All right, let me just move those out the way. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this has 15 already. Probably way too many, but we're just gonna go with it. All right, so let me pick another one of these to go in the middle for this one. And how about, I know, she's going overboard. Okay, because there's a few elements that I want to add to these books. Ugh. And one of them is going to be this. These pages are going in here too. They have, I'm going to do something special with these, so that's why I have them off to the side momentarily. All right, so now for the moment, that's going to be this one. I'm going to put this on the outside. I'm being a little extra right now. Okay, now I agree with you, Boo Boo Kitty, on that one with the desert island. So we got these two journals. See, well, these two journals. Actually, they will be journals, but these are two signatures. So this one looks kind of smushed, but they're about this. This one probably has a few more pages, but we'll get that all evened out. Okay, so the next thing that I need, y'all need some cardstock, and I didn't take any out. So hold on for a second. Let's see. Actually, I have some cardstock here that I could use, which I think I will. That one's too heavy. I'll just use those two for these for now. Because what I would like to do is make, at least have some pockets in here that I already made. So let me cut these. Ugh. Gotta have Big Bertha has to be folded out for this job. And I'm gonna cut this down. This doesn't really have any orientation on these pages, so I'm just gonna cut them. It has to be 7 inches tall, and put these together too. And they're gonna be 8.5 inches wide because we're gonna fold them. Oh, I didn't do these the way I wanted to. I messed it up already. Because I wanted to fold the pockets in. So these might be a little short for what I want to do. I could do it like that too. Let's try that. And it's not really what I wanted to do. Those are some small pockets. I don't really want to do that. Okay, hold up. Because I made a mistake. Let me get some more out. Oy. Well, I have to say it's not really a mistake, actually. It's not a mistake, but that's not what I wanted to do. So I could use those papers doing something else. So I'm going to take out, let's take this page out here. And, oops, sorry. I'm going with the pinks. I'm trying not to think too much into this. I'm not giving you my paper. I actually don't have a lot of paper. If it doesn't seem like it, but I just don't use my cardstock that much. But I don't have a lot of cardstock. I probably have more than most, I'm not gonna lie, but okay. So instead of 7 inches tall, this is 12 and 5. I think let's go with 10 inches tall. I'm gonna fold these, and we still need these to be, that go 8.5 inches long. Okay. Now, what I want to do is just give this a little fold. I'm just kind of guesstimating. I'm guesstimating on things right now. All right, just a little fold, and then that should fit in the book quite nicely. I could have used my scoring board, but no, I didn't feel like it. Not in the scoring board mood. All right, now I'm gonna fold this in half. Now we have a page with some pockets. That's a decent size pocket, enough for this small journal. And so this is gonna go inside one of these, because I want each one to have some pockets. And I'm just gonna stick it in here. And oh, we gotta cut it down too. I forgot about that part. But still, I didn't cut it down enough. What did I cut it to? Oh, you know what? Because I probably had it turned the wrong way. Lizzie, whatever. Alright. Alright, now that'll fit in there. Should fit in with no probs. Alright, so there's some more pages that'll have to be cut, but I'm not worried about those at this moment because I'm not sewing the signatures in at the moment. Okay, so this one is 10 inches. Okay, so now, I thought that other one was a little bit shorter than it should be. Probably about right there. Just want to make sure it's a little bit longer than 7 inches, but that's okay. Just cut just a little bit off the top. All right, and I'm going to fold this in half. All right, and then this one is going to go in here. See how the pages like kind of take on a different life once you actually fold it up and start putting it along with the other pages. That just looked like a crazy flower page, didn't it? Okay, so the next thing that I want to do, let's put Big Bertha out the way, and let's put these pieces in our bag, our scrap bag. All right, so the next thing I want to do Just pull these two pieces out that I had reserved for the book. So you can see it's very easy to put the pages together. Who's leaving? Oh, bye, Penny. Bye, Penny. All right. Hey, Carl. I didn't see you there. Okay, so I have these two pages, and what I wanted to do is either make them pockets, but I'm going to make them like a pocket for a tag. So I got my big 2.5 inch punch out, and I'm going to try to do this as evenly as I can with the pages together because I have two pages. And I'm just going to take this. Do I want to do it this way? No. Take this part off. I just want this page only. And I'm going to take this and try to get these a little even. So that's one, and then go to this side because it's going to hold two tags. All right, that wasn't too bad. She did pretty good. And then this will go like this. And then let's do the other one also. Let me take that one out. Did I stick it in here? Yes, I did. It's hard for me to read the chat while I'm doing this, so I'm not ignoring you all. I'm just trying to be swift today. So we're going to be taking a month of Sundays to get finished. Although I know Tammy wants me to stay on for 2 hours. Alright, so let us try to get these a little bit even as well. See, this just looked like an old recipe page, didn't it? We're turning it into something different. Okay, that was pretty good too. And then we'll put these back together, and then these go like this. Now, all right, I'm gonna get my sewing machine out. And I gotta change the thread in here as well. All right. Okay, so first let me get the threads out. I'm gonna use a neutral color. See if I can find the bobbin that goes with this. I don't know if these go together or not. I think so. All right, so let's take this bobbin out and stick it in here. Yay, sewing. I want to say yay, sewing too, because I like sewing. I love sewing. All right, let's put the red away. And I learned to keep my keep the thread close to me now because I'm always changing these threads. Now it's not so hard for me to change the threads with my new jammy here. All right, it's actually pretty easy. Okay, so let me pull y'all down here. Let me turn on this dull light and let me see if I can thread this quickly, because now I don't have to try to find the hole anymore. Alright, this will do it for me. Alright, so let's do the hole. So this is like a serious plus for this machine. This, by the way, is the Brothers SQ9185, and I got this on Amazon. I don't think I put the link below for this though, but if anybody's interested, I can put the link in. Come on, thing. There we go. And another nice thing is the bobbin is super easy to do. Y'all seen me doing that other bobbin. Some serious poo-poo doing that. Alright, yep, the side chick is out. Okay, so that is ready to go, but I'm going to test it. So I got, let me put use one of these cards. I learned my lesson, start testing things before I actually do stuff. So just a little bit of testing. Alright, looks good. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot to put the cap on. Oh, what did I do? I just got something mixed up here. This is not... Oh, let's see. Technical difficulties. There we go. Alright, so this came out good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew around this page. How did I do this? Yeah, I'm just going to sew around this top part. That's what I want. You know what? I'm going to try to use a decorative stitch on this because I think I have a decorative foot on here. Let me see. Oh, that's the N, that's the J. Because they actually give you different feet to go on depending on what you do. Let me fix the focus on this. There we go. That's a better. So this is like the N foot, and I think the foot that's on here is the J. Call her brother. Old Faithful wouldn't mess up like that. Oh, I don't know, because Old Faithful is kind of jealous right now. Okay, I'm going to use, I mean, you won't be able to see the stitch. Well, I guess you would. Decisions. See, now I have a lot of decisions to make as to which decoration I'm going to use. So let's use 50. And that's the end foot. Let me change the foot. The feet are really easy to change as well. That's why I had this one out already, because I was using it earlier today. I think the majority of the stitches use either of these 2 feet. Alright, now I should have did a test on this too. Let me test the stitch. It's good to test too, because then I know where to put the where I'm stitching at. Oh, I think I misspoke. I think I have 2 T's. Okay. So this one is still kind of short. Shorter than I want it to be. A little longer. Let's see. Okay, that's better. I don't want it to be too short because it'll take me forever. Okay. So I'll show you all what I tested. So these are, it's hard to tell because, you know, this is paper, and so the holes are like super big on here. But I'm going to use this size of this stitch, this decorative stitch here, instead of that one, the smaller one. And I'm just going to go across the top of this. And I'm actually going to go kind of slow so I can, maybe not that slow. I like this machine because you can control, you can kind of control the speed of things. I also wanted the stitch to be a little bit wider, because if you make the stitches too small and you try to do the decorative stitches on paper, all you're going to do is just tear your paper up. It's just going to eat it alive. So we're attempting not to feed the machine. I'm really taking my time trying to go around these half circles. Because if and I don't, it's going to be a hot mess. I already know. Alright, and then go off the side there. You have to be careful because this is paper. Because I ripped some paper earlier doing this part, just trying to... Okay, so this is what we're looking at for our edge here. Let me cut this. I'll probably just only do this one to show you all after I get done. Alright, so let me do this side also. Alright. Start turning around the bend here. Already went off the page. I have to get used to the placement of the paper as opposed to the needle. I'm doing these decorative stitches, but y'all know I just jumped right in. Because that's how I roll. I just jump right into projects. Half the time I don't know what I'm doing. It might look like I know what I'm doing, but a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing. Somebody asked me, like the day before, like I already came on the live stream, they said, what are you going to do tomorrow? I was like, I have no idea. I usually don't know what I'm going to do until about an hour before I actually come on. Sometimes I change my mind even then. I have no idea. Y'all know I'm be experimenting with you all too most of the time. Alright, so let's pull that out and cut it gingerly so I won't rip the paper. Alright, so that's what that one looks like on that side there. Very pretty. See y'all, that's why I got this sewing machine. Because I wanted the stitches. I really wanted the stitches. Alright, so now I'm going to take the other paper behind it, and this time let me just show y'all. So I had the two pieces. I have two pieces of paper. This one is the one that had the image on top of it, and then I folded it and I used the punch, and I punched those two pieces right there. And then we sewed around this side, and then I sewed around this side with the decorative stitch. Now I'm putting this back part on here. Of course you could put like colored paper or something on here, but this was good for me to do it this way. And now I am going to attempt to go down the middle of this. And you know what? I'm going to use that same decorative stitch because I like that. I was going to do a zigzag, but I think I'm just going to do it that way. Do this decorative stitch down the middle, so y'all wish me luck. So I'm just going to go as straight as I can. I'm kind of eyeballing it. You can use a disappearing pencil or something if you wanted to. Make sure you're going down the middle. But you know, this is junk journaling. It ain't that big of a deal. And I'm going to go until the second page, back of that page as well. Oh, y'all can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. Alright, so that is done. Alright, so now this is what it looks like so far. So we went down the middle, all the way down the middle, as straight as we could. And now, so this is what we have. Half of a pocket here, half of the pocket here. But we're going to close those up. And you could leave like the top one open as a tuck spot and then close the bottom one. I hadn't thought about that, but I'm just going to, like, you could leave this part open as a tuck spot, but nah, I'm going to close them both up. And because I don't want the closure to be too close in, I'm just going to use a straight stitch on this. So I might have to change. Change the foot back. Let's change the foot back, which is really fast and quick. Don't y'all be making no lie out of me now. The feet are very easy to change. All right, so that's changed. And now okay, I have to look around the camera because the camera's all up in my grill. Trying to keep it close to the edge. Try not to go too fast. I'm resisting the urge to lead-foot it. So I could do that too. But with this machine, like if you put it at a certain speed, it won't go past that. So that's kind of good. It's like a speed limiter. Okay, and let's do the other side. So you could just do a whole bunch of these pages if you want to for later, if you're going to be selling journals. If you're not selling journals, you don't have to like go all ham on stuff like this, like we do, like us sellers do. Alright, so now let's see what we have. Let's just move this out the way here. And let's cut some of these strings off. To the untrained eye, this might look sloppy, but I don't think so. Alright, so now this is what it looks like. And it's gonna be like this, and it has a pocket here and a pocket here, and then on the other side it has a pocket on this side and a pocket on this side. So this is what it started. Well, it didn't start out like this until I punched the holes, but so let's get the signature here. Then I'm probably gonna have to take some stuff out of this one because it's kind of fat. We don't want it to be too fat. And like I said, I'll probably change a lot of the placements of the pages in here because there's a lot going. Probably would put that something like that. So then when we turn the pages, it's going to look a little like this. You can see we put in a variety of pages. We have a pocket here. I wanted to have like a little pocket like this in here. Make sure the focus is a little off. And then we have this where we can put some tags in. Let me see. Let me see if I have a tag that I can stick in here or something. Here's a tag that I made. Let's see if it'll fit in here. It's kind of a real 3D tag, so so that tag fits in there. So I'll have some tags in here too. So there's a, see, and it'll stick out a little bit, but I'm going to be cutting some things down. Of course, I'm not going to cut that page down because it has all that pretty stitching on it, but there's 4 spots for tags in here. And then that's it. So that's the makings of a signature. And what I'm probably going to, what I'll continue to do is I'll do like some sewing on the side like I did on the one that I showed you. Let me just pull that one back out. Ugh. Oh, you expected the wear and the tear. Hello, Judith. All right, so see on this one, move this out the way so it won't be distracting. See, I did some of the decorative sewing on here. Let me pull it down a little bit so y'all can see. Take my glasses off. And I did some decorative stitching on here. And this one, I really kind of made the stitching a bit small. And remember, when you're using like those small stitches, that it will eat your paper up. So it was close. It didn't quite eat the paper up, but I changed the stitching at the bottom. But I like how it came out where it's small up here and then big down here. And then here's some more stitching. This is the pocket. See, I did the whole pocket. I did the whole pocket here. So you can see around the top, so it would be kind of decorative. And then I went around the edges there. And here's some more decorative stitching as well. And I put a little bit of that paper that I used. I like those like little stars. And this one, I didn't do the decorative stitching around it because I forgot, and so I just did the middle and the sides, but it's still a good pocket for some tags as well. And that's it. There you have it. Let me move this up because I can see the screen better. I make it look easy. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's time consuming, but I like doing it though, so that's what makes it fun and great. So we have gone on long enough for this evening, and me and Slim are starving to death. We got to make us some food for dinner. So I want to appreciate everybody coming on. Looks like you all were having some fun over in the chat. I'm gonna have to go read the chat later because y'all know that's what I do. That's how I roll. I'll go back and I'll read the chat. So if you haven't joined already, you can join us over at Junk Journal Buddies over at the Facebook group. We're having lots of fun and learning lots of things together as well. And you'll be seeing the collection of these junk journals coming up also. So I appreciate everybody coming out for the live today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet Lotus Blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life. Oh, we're having technical difficulties. Can't even log out because we're having technical difficulties. YouTube. All right, YouTube, let me out. YouTube doesn't want to let me go, everybody. But I'm going. Bye.